Hi friends, welcome back to Live Before You Die channel. My name is Vipul and today we'll be talking about Karma Yoga chapter 4, which is what is duty, from the complete works of Swami Vivekananda. So Swamiji begins by saying that the idea of duty is different in different religions. A Hindu thinks that whatever is written in Vedas is his duty. A Mohammedan thinks that whatever is written in Quran is his duty. A Christian thinks that whatever is written in Bible is his duty. For example, if a piece of beef is kept before a Christian and a Christian does not eat it to save his life or doesn't give it to anybody else to save others' person's life, he is definitely going to think that he has not done his duty. And on the contrary, if a Hindu man eats that beef and gives that beef to somebody to save him, he is again going to think that he has not done his duty. If an ordinary man kills someone on the street, he is apt to feel sorry for whatever he has done, and he is definitely going to feel guilty about his act. But on the contrary, if that same man is in army and he kills not one but 20 enemies, he is bound to feel glad and he'll feel that he has done his duty remarkably well. So next Swamiji says to give an objective definition to duty is nearly impossible. Yet there is a subjective definition to the duty. Any action that takes us Godwards is a good action and is definitely our duty. And any action that takes us downwards is definitely an evil action. The only way to rise is to do the duty which is next to us and to gather the strength to go on until we reach the highest stage. This is depicted beautifully through the following story. There was a young sannyasi who went to jungle to meditate and worship. And after a long time, after years of practice, he was one day sitting under a tree. And some dry leaves fell over his head. He opened his eyes and he found that a crow and a crane were fighting. And he became immediately very furious and he said to them, "How dare you throw leaves over my head?" And he glanced at crow and the crane, and what happened was a streak of fire came from his head which burned the crow and the crane alive. And he was extremely overjoyed with the development of his power, and he thought that I have developed such a power that just by looking at the birds I was able to burn them. So after some time this sannyasi had to go to town to beg for bread. So he was standing outside a house and he asked, "Mother, please give me food." The lady replied, "Oh son, please wait for a while. I'm busy in doing something and once I'm free, I'll be giving you the food." To which this sannyasi thought in his head, "How dare you make me wait? You don't know my powers yet." And to his surprise, a voice came from that lady, "Don't think too much of yourself. Here is neither crane nor the crow." And this sannyasi was so astonished. And when the lady came out, this sannyasi begged in front of lady and asked her, "How did you know it? I didn't tell it to anybody." To which the lady replied, "I do not know yoga, neither I know what practices you do. I am just an ordinary woman. I just made you wait because I was nursing my husband who is ill. So I was performing my duty towards him. When I was unmarried, I was performing my duty towards my parents, and when I got married, I was performing duties towards my husband. And just by doing these duties has made me illuminated. Thus I could read your thoughts and could get to know that what have you done in jungle. If you want to learn something higher, then you need to go to a Vyadha and you will be glad to learn what he has to tell you about life. A butcher is called Vyadha in Sanskrit. So this sannyasi went on to meet that Vyadha, and from a distance he saw that this Vyadha was a fat man who was using knives to cut meat, and he was selling that meat and doing bargainings with customers. And to which this sannyasi thought in his head, "Oh Lord, is, is he the man from whom I am going to learn? To me, he looks like an incarnation of a demon." In the meantime, the Vyadha asked sannyasi, "O Swami, did the lady send you here?" To which sannyasi again got astonished that how did he know? And then he said yes, and he asked various questions from that Vyadha. And Vyadha gave him a series of lectures which formed the part of Vyadha Gita. And after this lecture was over, the sannyasi asked the very obvious question from the Vyadha. So sannyasi asked, "What are you doing in this ugly and filthy body, and why are you a Vyad?" To which Vyadha replied, "No duty is ugly or impure. My circumstances put me here, and I am just doing my duty without being attached. I try to do my duty well. I try to do my duty as a householder, and I try to do all I can to make my father and mother happy. I do not know yoga, neither I went to jungle to become a sannyasi. All that you have heard and seen has come to me through doing duty without being attached to my position." Whenever you are doing some work, do not think anything beyond. Do your work as worship and devote your whole life to that work for the time being. Thus, in the story, the Vyadha and woman did their duty with heartfulness and cheerfulness, and they become illuminated, clearly showing that right performance of the duties without attachment to results leads to highest realization of perfection of the soul. So with this, we are coming to the end of this video. I hope you like this video. This is Vipul signing off till we meet again.